Once upon a time in a charming, colourful village, there lived a little boy named Sammy. Sammy had the most incredible imagination and he loved to tell stories. However, there was a small problem. Sammy had a reputation for stretching the truth a bit too far. One sunny day, Sammy was playing near the village pond when he noticed a glimmering golden fish swimming in the crystal clear water. The fish was the size of a teacup and was absolutely magical, or so Sammy thought. Sammy rushed back to the village and gathered all his friends. With wide eyes and a big smile, he told them about the golden fish that could grant wishes. His friends listened in amazement as Sammy spun his wild tale of adventure, treasure, and magic. "Let's go find the golden fish," Sammy exclaimed. And off they went, following Sammy's imaginative directions. As they searched high and low, they came across an old man sitting by the pond, feeding the ducks. Sammy ran up to him and excitedly explained their quest. The old man listened patiently and then asked, "Are you sure the fish is real?" Sammy, not wanting to admit that he had made up the story, replied confidently, "Of course I'm sure. It's real, I promise." The old man smiled kindly and handed Sammy a fishing net. "In that case, young storyteller, why don't you try to catch the golden fish?" With determination in his eyes, Sammy carefully dipped the net into the pond. To everyone's astonishment, he pulled out a regular silver fish. Not gold, not magical, just an ordinary fish. Sammy's friends looked disappointed, but Sammy felt something he hadn't felt before: guilt. He realized that he had been dishonest, and it made him feel terrible. The old man approached Sammy and said, "Sometimes it's easy to get carried away with stories, but honesty is always the best policy." Sammy hung his head, feeling a little ashamed. He turned to his friends and admitted, "I made up the story about the golden fish. I'm sorry, everyone." His friends were surprised, but they forgave Sammy, and they all had a good laugh. Sammy learned an important lesson that day, that honesty was far more valuable than spinning tall tales. From then on, Sammy continued to tell his imaginative stories, but he made sure to distinguish between fact and fiction. And when he did share real adventures, they were all the more exciting because they were true. The villagers appreciated Sammy's honesty, and he became known not only for his vivid stories, but also for his sincerity and integrity. Sammy learned that honesty was the brightest treasure of all, and he cherished it forever. And so, in the little village, the honest little liar became the most beloved storyteller of them all, because he learned that the most wonderful stories of all were the ones that came from the heart.